The people of Russia have seen dramatic changes to their country over the past century. They've gone from living in an empire ruled by czars to a communist world superpower to one of the world's newest republics. But despite these changes, life for some Russians is the same as it ever was.
Spanning the continents of Europe and Asia, the Russian Federation is bordered by Norway, Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Belarus, Ukraine, Georgia, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and China. At nearly twice the area of the United States, it's the largest country on the planet. Russia is so big it covers 11 time zones. Russia used to lead a collection of communist countries that included many of its current neighbors. This collection was called the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or USSR. The city of Moscow was the capital of the USSR and the ultimate symbol of communist power. But after struggling with economic and political problems for years, the USSR collapsed in 1991. Moscow became the capital city of the newborn Russian Federation. Today, Moscow leads the rest of Russia in population, industry, culture, science, and education. Under communism, the factories and machines that produced the country's goods were owned by the government. The government decided what and how much of everything was produced. But the leaders of the new Russian Federation adopted a democratic political system and a market economy. A market economy is not controlled by a central authority. Capitalism works on a market economy. The Russian people are now allowed to own some businesses and are free to produce and buy and sell what they want. But change has been slow in Russia. The Russian Federation still depends largely on selling off its natural resources to make money. 80% of Russian exports are oil, natural gas, metals, and timber. And Russia still relies on the same outdated machinery and work practices that they have used for decades. But 1991 did bring some major changes. Western businesses have now come to Russia. The urban landscape has been transformed. New hotels, banks, and other businesses have been drawn to Russia now that the country is open to private investment. Russians can now buy many of the things people in the West take for granted. The religious landscape has changed as well. Under communism, religion was discouraged. But now, people can express their beliefs more freely, and religion is becoming more widespread. Today, Russia has about 60 million members of the Russian Orthodox Church, as well as followers of Islam, Buddhism, Judaism, and other religions. More changes are likely if Russia can keep up its recent economic growth and political reforms. But for now, the most important things to the new Russia are the same things that were important to the old one: its workers, its factories, and its traditions.
You've been given all the information. Now it's your turn to discuss the questions. Take a moment to talk about the following.
How did Peter the Great make Russia less isolated from Western Europe?
How has life in Moscow changed since the country adopted a market economy? How has it stayed the same?
We hope you've enjoyed this assignment discovery visit to the great cities of Europe.
If you'd like to learn more about what you've just seen, go online or check out these books at your local library.